Do you ever get that quiet feeling, that little whisper from somewhere deep inside, suggesting there's more to you than what you see on the surface? Like there's a whole hidden landscape within, full of undiscovered treasures, maybe a few shadows, but ultimately a source of incredible wisdom? So many of us feel this. We catch glimpses of it in our dreams, those nightly adventures our mind takes us on. Dreams are wonderful, like letters from our inner world. But what if I told you there are other gentle ways, everyday pathways to connect with that deeper part of yourself, your unconscious mind, even when you're awake? And that exploring it doesn't have to be overwhelming, but can actually be a source of comfort and profound understanding. It's about safely, kindly opening a door to learn more about the amazing, whole person you truly are. The renowned thinker Carl Jung, who explored these inner landscapes so deeply, believed that our unconscious isn't just a storage room for forgotten memories. He saw it as a vibrant, active part of us, a wellspring of creativity, intuition, and guidance, always gently nudging us towards becoming more whole, more truly ourselves. He called this journey individuation. Simply put, it's the path of becoming the unique individual you were always meant to be. It's not about finding something wrong with you, but about uncovering more of your own inner light. Today, we're going to explore 3 gentle, practical ways, inspired by his wisdom, to meet and learn from this wise inner companion. Ways that go beyond analyzing dreams, inviting it into our waking lives with curiosity and care. The first way we can invite this connection is through something I like to call gentle archetypal journaling. Now, archetype might sound like a big word, but it really just means a universal pattern or character that we all somehow recognize, like the brave hero on a quest, the wise old sage offering guidance, the innocent child full of wonder, or even the mischievous trickster shaking things up. Jung believed these archetypes live within each of us, in our collective unconscious, shaping our experiences and reactions. So how can we journal with them? Well, you could pick an archetype that resonates with you right now. Perhaps you're facing a challenge and need to connect with your inner hero. You could write as that hero, asking, what strengths do I have? What's my next small, brave step? Or maybe you're feeling a bit lost and could use some wisdom. You might journal a conversation with your inner sage. What gentle advice would that wise part of you offer? It's not about perfect writing, it's about giving a voice to these different facets of yourself. You might also notice these archetypal patterns playing out in your daily life, in your relationships, or in the stories you're drawn to. Gently reflecting on which archetype am I embodying now, or what archetypal story am I living, can bring such surprising clarity. It's like discovering the rich cast of characters that make up the beautiful, complex story of you. And by acknowledging them, you begin to understand your motivations, your fears, and your incredible strengths on a much deeper level. It's a way of saying to your inner world, I'm listening. Our second pathway is to cultivate a gentle awareness of something Jung called synchronicity. This is another idea that sounds complex, but is beautifully simple in experience. Have you ever been thinking of an old friend and then out of the blue they call you? Or perhaps you're grappling with a specific question and you randomly open a book to a page that seems to speak directly to it. These are synchronicities, meaningful coincidences. They're moments when the outer world seems to mysteriously align with your inner thoughts or feelings in a way that feels significant, almost like a wink from the universe. Jung wasn't suggesting these are purely random chance or magical intervention in the typical sense. Instead, he saw them as moments where the boundary between our inner world and the outer world becomes a little thinner, revealing a deeper connection, an underlying order. The unconscious, he thought, can sometimes express itself through these outer events, nudging us to pay attention to something important.
The key here is gentle observation, not overthinking or forcing meaning onto everything. When these moments happen, just pause. Notice how it feels. Does it spark an insight? Does it affirm a path you're considering? Does it simply make you feel a little more connected, a little less alone? Keep a small notebook, if you like, to jot them down, not to dissect them, but just to honor these little whispers. It's like your unconscious mind is saying, hey, pay attention to this. There might be something here for you. It's a very personal and often comforting way to feel that you're part of a larger, meaningful pattern. The third way we can learn from our unconscious is by simply and kindly tuning in to our inner compass, our feelings and intuition. So often, we're taught to rationalize everything, to push down uncomfortable emotions, or to dismiss those little gut feelings that don't seem to make logical sense. But Jung believed that our emotions and intuitions are vital messengers from our unconscious. They are a direct line to our deepest knowing. Think about it. When you have a strong emotional reaction to something, maybe a sudden wave of sadness, a burst of unexpected joy, or a feeling of unease around a certain person or situation, it's often your unconscious trying to communicate something important. Instead of immediately judging it or trying to make it go away, what if you just sat with it for a moment, with kindness? You could gently ask yourself, hello feeling, what are you here to tell me? What do you need me to understand? The same goes for those quiet, intuitive nudges. That little voice that says, maybe try this instead, or reach out to that person, even when there's no logical reason. This is often the wisdom of your unconscious, which processes far more information than our conscious minds can handle, offering shortcuts to understanding or right action. Learning to trust these subtle signals, even when they're quiet, is like learning a new language, the language of your soul. It's not about being impulsive, but about cultivating a respectful dialogue with that deep, wise part of you. It's always there, offering guidance if we just create the space to listen. The renowned psychologist Carl Jung once said, "Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate." This sounds quite profound, doesn't it? But what I believe he meant in the simplest terms for us is that so much of what happens in our lives, the patterns we repeat, the choices we make almost on autopilot, often stems from these deeper, unexamined parts of ourselves. By gently turning towards our inner world, by listening to its whispers through things like archetypal journaling, synchronicities, or our own deep feelings, we're not trying to control it. We're simply bringing a little more light, a little more understanding. And when we understand these hidden currents, we have more freedom, more choice. We can move from feeling like life just happens to us to feeling like we are active, conscious participants in our own beautiful, unfolding journey. So these are just a few gentle invitations, dear friend, to begin or deepen that conversation with your own unconscious mind. Whether it's through the playful exploration of archetypes in your journal, the quiet wonder of noticing synchronicities, or the courageous act of listening to your own heart's true feelings, each step inward is a step towards greater understanding and self-compassion. Remember, this isn't about finding quick fixes or dramatic revelations, though those can happen. It's more about cultivating a lifelong friendship with the deepest parts of yourself. It's a journey unique to each of us, and every little discovery along the way is precious. Be patient, be kind to yourself, and trust the wisdom that already resides within you. I'm so curious, what are some of the ways you've found to connect with your own inner world? Or perhaps which of these ideas resonates with you the most right now? Please feel free to share your gentle thoughts in the comments below. It's always so lovely to learn from each other. Thank you so much for sharing this quiet moment with me today, for exploring these gentle paths. Remember, You are a whole universe of wonders, and every step you take to understand yourself is a gift. May your journey inward bring you ever-deepening peace and light. Until next time.